Hi, today we're going to make sabzi, which is braised spinach. And I'm really excited to share this with you because I am adding a new twist to the sabzi by adding rhubarb to it, which gives it a very nice tangy flavor. In Afghanistan, every kitchen is equipped with a pressure cooker, but I have always been afraid of pressure cookers, both for the sounds they make as well as not really knowing how long to cook something. So I use my Instapot, which was gifted to me, and since I have had it in my kitchen, that's what I use all the time, at least 2 or 3 times a week. And what's great about this Instapot is that it cooks everything very quickly under pressure. So you need very little oil, very little liquids, and the flavors come out beautifully. You can also make this dish with slow cooker, and I will explain that to you as we go along. But today we're making sabzi in an Instapot. We have around 10 stalks of green onions, which makes around 2 cups. I will use 3 stalks of rhubarb, jalapeno pepper, optional, a 1/4 cup of olive oil, a 1/4 cup of dill, 1 tablespoon of coriander, 1½ teaspoons of salt, and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. And we will be using frozen spinach, not thawed, straight out of the bag. I'm getting ready to chop the green onions, but before I do that, I'm going to turn my Instapot to saute so it starts heating while I chop my green onions, and I'm going to be using both the whites and the greens. Okay, now we're ready to go. I'm adding the olive oil in our heated Instapot. And the saute feature of the Instapot heats up very quickly, so that's really nice to have. Adding the green onions, which I chopped, both whites and greens, and I washed it thoroughly, dried it before adding it in here. And I'm just stirring a little bit to get the flavors out. And what's nice about an Instapot over a slow cooker is that you can do this sauteing, and it really adds an extra flavor when you have the green onion sauteed. But right now, I just added the coriander just to get the flavors out. So our green onions are ready. The house is smelling really delicious, and I'm going to add the 2 pounds of spinach, the peppers, and the dill. We're going to hold off on the rhubarb and the salt and pepper for a little bit later. So I'm going to turn off the Instapot from saute, and I'm going to turn the lid on, make sure that I switch this off so it is, the little nozzle is going backwards so it keeps all the steam in. I'm going to press the meat stew button, which is counterintuitive because we're not cooking meat, but we are cooking the spinach for a long time. This is beautiful fresh rhubarb, summer rhubarb, that I'm using to add a tangy flavor to the spinach dish. In Afghanistan, we actually use rhubarb a lot in savory dishes. Okay, so it's been around 45 minutes that our Spinach has been cooking in the Instapot. First, I'm going to turn off my slow cooker and turn it on saute again, and that basically just heats the bottom. This is 2 cups of chopped rhubarb, and I'm also adding the salt and pepper. So now the spinach is ready, the rhubarb is cooked. It took around 12 minutes on saute, and I did watch it a little closely because I didn't want the rhubarb to be overcooked. It's a delicious accompaniment to a lot of different things that you might be serving as your main course, and it's a wonderful vegetarian dish.